What's up, everyone? It's time for another 3-Minute Thursday segment. Okay, so before in the past, we've talked about tips to save money on your closing costs. And one of those tips was utilizing a seller credit. So first thing is we got to find out what exactly is a seller credit, and for that we brought in Brenda Carr, one of our home loan specialists at Hawaii VA Loans. Now, Brenda, first off is what exactly is a seller credit?
Well, a seller credit is a lump sum dollar amount that is credited from the seller to the buyer, and that can be used in a number of different ways, which we'll talk about later. And it's actually one of the things that your realtor, our real estate agent, will negotiate for you in the transaction, along with you negotiate your purchase price. You can also negotiate the amount of seller credit.
Cool. So getting a seller credit. Now, once you got the seller credit, what can you use with it? What can you do with it?
The main thing people do is they usually, especially on a VA loan, they like to use it towards their closing costs. It's again a percentage, so it's a percentage of your purchase price or your loan amount, and it can cover your closing costs. So if you're coming in with $3,000 to $5,000, depending on what your credit is, that can kind of make that a wash.
Cool. So first thing is you can reduce your closing costs. Now, what if closing costs not big of an issue and you want to actually reduce your payment? Can a seller credit help you there?
Absolutely. There's something called discount points, and when you pay money for discount points, it actually directly, permanently reduces your interest rate. So you can buy down on a permanent basis your interest rate, which then yields you a less monthly payment.
Go. So reduce your monthly payment. Now, what if I wanted to purchase a more expensive house? Can that help?
Depending on where you want your payment to be, yes. So again, if you have the money for your closing costs, you can use a seller credit to go ahead and buy down that interest rate, which again will give you a lower monthly payment. So if your house purchase price is higher, maybe that's still within your budget threshold.
Perfect. And then I've heard that on VA transaction, you can also possibly pay off some debt on my debt.
You can, and sometimes those monthly credit cards have a pretty high monthly payment. If you pay off the balance and get those credit cards gone with that seller credit, you're not only eliminating some stress, you're eliminating probably a few $100s a month in those credit card monthly payments that you would be paying.
Perfect. So seller credit, reduce your closing costs, reduce your monthly payment, potentially buy a more expensive home, and even pay off some debt. So that's Brenda Carr. Thank you. Very good job.
You're welcome.
That's 3-Minute Thursdays. Hope you guys learned something, and see you again next week.